Oh, what a lovely day! This week on Pen Made Mightier, we're talking about Mad Max, but not until I'm shiny and chrome.
Pen Made Mightier without poison.
A few moments later.
What's going on?
I thought you said that shit was non-toxic!
I never said anything about non-toxic. I mean, I was listening to Toxic, if that's what you were talking about.
I fucking hate you. Fire the intern. Fire the intern.
Well, shit.
Mad Max. Beloved franchise. Introduced in 1979 with the epic director George Miller. Now, you see, right off the bat, Mad Max did something right. Because it used the good Mel Gibson and not the bad Mel Gibson. It's a fantastic universe that starts out just a couple steps from our own and soon becomes something so much more. It's pretty much the impetus of diesel punk as it stands, and it's definitely something that nobody forgets once they've seen. It's inspired everything. If you ever see something where there's leather-clad dudes with random mismatched armor driving cars down an open desert highway, probably getting into fights and destroying all they come into contact with, yeah, it was probably influenced by Mad Max. Even games like Shadowrun have been influenced by Mad Max. The anime Excel Saga did an episode parodying Mad Max, for God's sake. You can't be a part of Diesel Punk and not know Mad Max. It's practically impossible. Now, the newest installment came out of nowhere, and you've probably already seen it, otherwise you'd probably be watching this video. Fury Road. Mad Max Fury Road. I was like, whatever, probably gonna be okay. Holy shit! It was not just okay. That movie was awesome. That movie had me on the edge of my seat the entire time. I was ready to start a turf war on my way home, and I, even now thinking about it, want to just down a can of spray paint and start tearing apart cars with my bare hands. Fury Road had fantastic characters, it had a well-defined setting, some amazing practical effects, genius pacing, and it told a really deep personal story in a world far unlike our own. It was brilliant, and it was so much fun. It had a robust and simple plot that you could really get behind. It had these women who were trying to escape from Immortan Joe because they were tired of just being objects. They were tired of just being his wives. And Imperator Furiosa was going to get them out of there. She's joined and helped by Mad Max, and they help each other get out of there. They even make you sympathize with the war boys on Immortan Joe's side by the end of the film, which kudos, guys. Well done. I can't believe you did all that in one movie. You're nightmares. You're monsters. You're incredible, and I hate you and I love you. Please make more movies. Please make 1,000 more of these. But what's the coolest part of this movie to me? It's the fact that I can map the terrain. I know enough in this one film that I can map the area where Immortan Joe's complex is. I mean, we start out at Joe's. We start out at his massive high-rise where he controls the water, his hydroponic gardens growing everything. We know off in the two directions near him, within a day's travel, there is the bullet farm and the gas town. Guess what those probably, I bet you one makes bullets, bet you one makes gas. Imagine the hell out of that. But suddenly you know why those two cities are important, and you understand the trade that happens between those three. I trade gas for bullets and food and water. I trade bullets for gas and food and water. And Immortan Joe is the one person who can reliably produce food and water, the necessity. And that's what's put him on top. You don't need a damn 10-minute explanation about why this guy rose to power and why everyone follows him. It's obvious, because they show you. And with a couple of easy names, they don't even have to talk about why the other two are important or what makes this economy so stable. It's brilliant. So well done. But then, heading off of these three small civilizations is a canyon. A canyon controlled entirely by bandits. And that's why people don't go through there. We know that it's a gateway, basically to no man's land. People have to go through there for some reason, otherwise the bandits wouldn't camp out there. You don't just hang out in a box canyon, donut. You gotta go through there to get from A to B. So, something lies beyond the wastes, but what is the question? Beyond the canyon, we find the wasteland. The wasteland where the green place is supposed to be. No, again, we don't even have to ask what the green place is. The green place is a place that's damn green. And that means grass, and that means trees, and it means fruit, and it means civilization. It means a place where you don't have to live under somebody's foot. But when they pass through it, it's nothing but a terrible damn swamp. A nightmare. Ugh, horrifying. Probably the most horrifying 30-second shot in the whole movie is the swamp. Don't even like it. And then beyond that, they reach the wastes. I think they call it the Salt Sea. It is a massive, never-ending, drought-ridden plain where I'm guessing the sea once was, and that's why it's called the Salt Sea now, is because all the salt that's there left over because the oceans are drying up because of the apocalypse. It's just brilliant. We know those locations, we know how they relate to each other, we know basically their layout, and we can map that out. All in a movie that never shows us a map, never shows us the huge sweeping aerial shots Peter Jackson style. I still can't map Middle Earth, and they showed me the map in the movie, and there was nothing but sweeping aerial shots. I still have no idea where anything is, just that people can go there. But in Mad Max Fury Road, I could probably draw myself a map of how to get from A to B. That's brilliant. And they accomplish this with simple naming conventions. Because you know what the names of the cities are, because you know the basic details that you need of each location, it becomes easy to signify their importance and their relation to the things around them. It's just smart. It's well done. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, these names that seem simple, they seem like a bad idea. You don't want to just call your place Dragon Keep unless it is a keep of dragons, because then when everybody gets there, they're just going to be damn disappointed because there's no dragon. Unless, I guess, you're trying to sort of flip the script on people and say, yeah, there used to be dragons and now there's not. That makes people question where all the dragons went. That's a whole nother topic for another time. These simple names, though, still sound cool. Gastown sounds epic. Bullet Farm sounds interesting and unique. But by that same token, they're simple enough that people can understand what life is probably like there without having to dig too much or think too hard or guess or be told through shoddy exposition. Maybe sometimes it's best to just use the simple stroke. I feel like a lot of shows could probably get by with that a bit better. I feel like a lot of shows out there, especially ones that deal in fantasy, could get by with giving their places a bit more honest names that describe more about what the city is than to give it some flowery elven name or some dwarven rune, or to just call something Dragon's Noun. Dragon's Keep, Dragon's Fire, Dragon Spire, Dragon Tower, Dragon Star, whatever. We get it. You want your names to sound cool. But if they don't represent the actual lives of the people there, they've kind of missed an opportunity. So if you're writing something, or if you're out there wondering how to fix something that you have been writing for a long time, and you just don't understand how to give personality to a place, choose a simple name. Don't overdo it. Learn a lesson from Fury Road, and you'll be awaited in Valhalla. Shiny and chrome! I'm doing it again, Kirk! I don't even care!